Global Village Film Lovers Club, I chanced upon one of their members in the underground in London. We had a conversation about my upcoming movie, Legacy Africa. She was so excited about the film that she invited me to one of their meetings. So come with me as I meet them in one of their meetings.
Hello, we are here to interview Dr. Pepra Jamfe on his soon-to-be-released film, Legacy Africa. But before we do dive into that, he has agreed to briefly share his insights that he has gained into film production in general with the group. Many individuals here and watching us have interest in pursuing film production. No one should expect him to give a detailed lecture in filmmaking. Instead, we expect a broad outline.
Okay, I'm very happy to meet you. As you said, I am not a lecturer in filmmaking. I got my ideas recently when the idea came to me to produce the film Legacy Africa. We shall come to that later on. But now, I want to give you a broad introduction to filmmaking, the insight that I've gained over the last several months. When you want to make a film, you have to develop the concept. Whether maybe you want to film a book or an idea. So you have to develop that concept first. That's the development stage. Of course, in this world, nothing goes without money. So even during the developmental stage, you have to think about the budget, the finances. It's very important because as I went into it, it became clear to me that you need a lot of money to do it. So that briefly, you have to develop the concept. You have to find sponsors. Maybe you want to crowdfunding online. Whatever the case, the money aspect is important. So we have done all the planning, and then we move on from the developmental stage to the pre-production. So that is where, as I said, I just bounced into it. So I just did it as it came. But if you want to plan ahead, then at the pre-production stage, that's where you start recruiting the cast, which is very important. As I said, later on, I'll delve into details with my own film. But then the pre-production stage is where you recruit the cast. In my case, I went online, got an online platform where I put a notice, and then you have to do audition. To be honest with you, prior to getting myself involved, I did not have any idea of the word audition. So, but it's very important. It's just like if you want a job, like the interview stage. So then you recruit your cast. So the pre-production also involves the crew and the gear, the filming gear. I'm a layman, so initially I thought I was going to purchase my own gear. Then one expert told me, my friend, that is not how you do it, because they are quite expensive and you don't have the budget. So usually you hire the gears, and you have to also find a location. If you are filming in Africa, an African background, you have to find that background. And so that is the location scouting, recruiting your staff. It's all part of the pre-production. So we have got everything together. Then comes the real filming. And I had a lot of surprises that I will just go into details when I come to talking about my own film, Legacy Africa. A layman as I am, I thought maybe within a few hours, one film, one scene, you take maybe 10 minutes to do it, but that is not how it is. It can take quite a while getting even one scene filmed. The post-production involves a lot of activities. It is where you put all the film together. So the editing, the color grading and correction, the visual effects, animations, soundtrack, and music. And it involves a lot and also a lot of money. I read from some sources that it could take about 20% of the budget of the whole film. And when you're talking about $1 million budgets like the Hollywood films, so you see you can just imagine the amount of money involved. So now you finish your film, then the most important, you've invested a lot of money, so your plan is to get your money back. So the marketing and the distribution. So that is for someone like myself. I'm relying a lot on social media, but the big companies with huge budgets, they have people all over the world, and they can invest hugely on huge sums in the marketing and the distribution. So in the nutshell, that is a general outline of making a film. And I just challenge you, if you have that dream, that vision, it's not easy, but of course, with determination and planning and seeking, using a lot of contacts here and there, you may eventually realize your goal of film production. Thank you very much. So that is, as I said, the general outline. So I'm going to, the next stage, I'm going to talk about the Legacy Africa itself, how I came about that idea of producing the film and all the stages and the steps that I took to realize my goal. So we have developed the film idea, we have done the pre-production, and then the production. The production is the filming itself, where you go to the set to do all the filming. It can take several weeks, or in some cases, in the big Hollywood films, maybe months or even a year to finish the filming. So now they gather all the material together, and then that is where they have to develop the film itself, because maybe they have about maybe 200 hours of material, and they want to cut everything down to 90 minutes or 2 hours. So that is where they come, and they do a lot of editing. It involves editing, color grading, visual effects, sound recording, Foley recording, script, soundtrack, music, animation, you name them. You go to a film and all this, So they put everything together, and so in about 90 minutes or 120 minutes, then everything is done and the film is ready for the market. A lot of money has been invested, so of course you expect them to get their money back, and the marketing is very, very important, marketing and the distribution. So before the film comes out, I forgot to mention the poster. The film poster is very important. So they do the poster, the social media, TV advert, to get everything ready. So the big companies and the big film studios, they take about 3 months even before they release the film to do all the PR and the marketing. Of course, for a budget filmmaker like myself, I don't have that much money, but we are doing the very little we can through word of mouth and also through social media. But I'll come to that later on. So I hope I have provided you with a clear understanding of filmmaking, and that whoever is having the dreams or the ideas. I also started from nothing. 3 years ago, I was not dreaming of making a film, but now I've come up with my film. So whatever you have on your mind or your heart, I've given you the insights, and it's up to you now to realize your dream. Thank you very much for your attention and your time.
And with that, we conclude this segment.